News from the ABC7 Alert Center. El Paso police say a hit-and-run crash last night caused 3 deaths, all from the same family. Police say 2, possibly 3 people fled the scene following the late-night collision. Police now also identifying the driver and front passenger in the car that was hit. Now, this happened at the intersection of Titanic Avenue and Howard Street in northeast El Paso. Police have identified the driver of the car that was hit as 28-year-old Juan Angel Loera. The passenger has been identified as 29-year-old Raquel Angeles. And we're just getting this information into our newsroom. We'll continue to update this story as we get more. But first, I want to send it out to ABC7's Michael Gordon, who joins us live now from the scene. Because, Michael, you've been at the scene speaking with neighbors and witnesses there. So what are they telling you?
And this is an absolutely upsetting, disturbing, and devastating scene. As what we had here is you had a black Lincoln hitting a red Ford Expedition. That black Lincoln with 2, maybe 3 people, reportedly males, hitting the car and then bouncing, crashing into this electrical pole here. And you see the amount of damage that does here. Let's go back to the path of the red Expedition that was filled with those family members careening at a high speed off of the car they just hit, going down the sidewalk, and then at a high speed crashing into this brick wall right here at such a speed and with such force that, and this is as per the police are telling us, 3 of those young people tragically ejected from the car, later dying from their injuries, and also reportedly, per police, a lack of seatbelt wearing being a major factor in this situation. Now, also important to note that even after the police spent hours cleaning up the area, there's still a whole lot of debris, bent steel, and shattered plastic along the area. Neighbors say they saw 2 men from that black Lincoln we talked about getting up, getting out, and running away, running towards cover away from the scene as people approached them to help with those neighbors. They were getting closer to the car. Those neighbors got closer to the car to the help, and they were deeply surprised by what they saw and, more importantly, by what they smelled.
We went and see around the corner, there was the other car there all smashed in. And people were saying there was 2 guys that just flee the scene. So they were saying there was two men, and you could smell the odor of alcohol around the car very badly.
And police have also confirmed alcohol very much a factor in this crash. It's also important to note that witnesses saw both of the parents with relatively minor injuries up after the crash talking with police. And neighbors also said this is an area where they've been worried for a while. There's a popular children's play place right down that way. They said that this has been a hot spot for accidents for a long time, and they've actually spent a fair amount of time trying to get more speed bumps and more stop signs up around this neighborhood. We're going to have much more on this developing story. For now, reporting live in Northeast El Paso, Michael Gordon, ABC7.
Okay, Michael, and these details that are coming in from police are truly devastating. They don't have the identities of the deceased, but they do have the ages. There is a 1-year-old female, a 5-year-old male, and a 6-year-old male. Police also saying in a news release that all 3 that were deceased were ejected from the car. Again, we will continue to follow this story and provide you with all the updates that we're getting, but we're just getting this information from El Paso Police. But a truly devastating crash that has happened there, and we'll continue to follow it throughout the night. Stephanie?
And Eric, after hearing those devastating details and seeing what happened, many of you may be wondering how you can help the family. ABC7's JC Navarrete joins us live from the scene of the crash with those details. JC.
Steph, Eric, just like you said, those details just coming in about 5 minutes ago. And now we know that a 1-year-old baby girl lost her life, as well as a 5-year-old little boy and a 6-year-old little boy just behind me here when they were ejected from the crash. Now, as this story has continued to develop since last night, we do know one thing that's going to also continue to develop, and that is the grief that is being, placed on this family's shoulders and the burden that is being placed on that family's shoulder. Now, as we have reported, 3 children were killed and 2 others are severely injured. Now, one El Paso organization has asked how they can help many times in the past when families endure unspeakable loss. Operation Hope came to the aid of those families that lost a loved one during August 3rd. They've helped countless families with funeral expenses all through COVID-19. And today they tell ABC7 they are prepared to help this family should this family need help with funeral expenses.
I've come to hear that's 3 children. We have helped families and parents that lose their loved ones by either being run over by a vehicle or a fall or just illness itself. Last night, Hermano, if there's anything that Operation Hope can do for these families, just please give us a call.
And as you hear there, that again is Angel Gomez, the director of Operation Hope. He is asking for anybody who knows this family to give them a call so they can get in contact with them and help arrange, again, these funeral arrangements that are going to have to be made. So if you do want to get in contact with them, you can go ahead and call them at the number that you see on your screen, 915-590-0490. Coming up here on ABC7 at 10, I continue my conversation, with Angel Gomez, as well as speaking to others who witnessed this crash. We'll have those details coming up here on ABC7 at 10.
Okay, JC, and also factors in this crash, according to police, alcohol, failure to yield right of way, as well as no seatbelts on behalf of Loera, who we mentioned a moment ago, the driver of the first vehicle, as well as speed on behalf of the unknown driver. So in the second vehicle, there are 2 unknown drivers that police are still looking for. A lot to sort out there through